Hi guys, I am in It's Learning and we are going to start by clicking on our overview page. Before you do this, please make sure that you read through all of the directions and notes that I have for you. So you will see those on in the planner on It's Learning. I'm going to go ahead and dive into our overview page so you can see exactly what you have coming up this week. Our virtual class times are Monday and Wednesday at 11. You can see that there's a Google link here for you to access those. Monday, we will start class by answering any questions that you had from the previous week on triangles and angles, and then we will introduce circles and all of the equations for this unit. On Wednesday, we will build on that and look at some more multi-step problems that are using the circles equations. So we will have two different lessons on those days, just so that you can plan and be aware of that. All right, our learning targets again are finding circumference of a circle and finding area of a circle. And I have given you along the right side of the overview page your weekly checklist and suggested pacing. So you can see that there are actually 7 steps this week because I have included a final step of Assessment 9. Some of the steps are a little bit shorter than others, so I've given you a suggested pacing to kind of divide that work up and also factored in days where you would have your class time as well. All right? All right, let's start looking at our step 1 of our learning path. Okay, so step 1 is an introduction that is very important for you to look at and read through, and these are your first notes for this topic. So lots of vocabulary that you'll want to make sure that you take note of. Some equations, these are going to be very important, and we're going to use those continuously throughout this learning path and this unit. You've got a couple of introductory videos to watch, What is pi, and an introduction to circles, circumference, and area. So that is your introductory page. You'll notice on here there is no task as far as completing anything, but your notes and videos are super important. So make sure you are paying close attention to those. Okay, let's look at step 2. We're going to focus on circumference. So you have, again, video notes, and there's some good sample problems here that you'll follow along with, showing you how to use your circumference equations. Then you have practice. You will go to Google Classroom and complete the activity titled Circumference of a Circle. So this is just the basics. It's just getting you really comfortable with using the circumference equation. Practice 2, you have a playlist in Pearson. So you'll go to Pearson Online and complete the playlist that includes the following: a virtual nerd video, 3 practice problems that will just kind of show you step by step how to solve those. It has a Math Excel. Remember to use that question help button, and then a lesson quiz on circumference. Okay, so that is our circumference lesson, followed by step 3, which will be a lesson on area. So again, here are those equations that are going to keep popping up. Another video on area with some sample problems. And then your practice is to go to Google Classroom and complete the Edgelastic activity titled Area of Circles. Okay. Step 4, this is where things start getting a little bit tricky. So it's putting all of the equations together. So in this learning path, this step of our learning path, there is a video that's going to show you how to find circumference given the area. So you're going to be using both equations together. After watching the video, there is some practice linked in a worksheet here. The answer key is also attached So do the practice and then check your answers. Um, then you're going to be working kind of the other way around. You're going to have a video that shows you how to find area if you're given the circumference. And then your practice here with the answer key attached. Okay, so it's important that you're doing this practice. Think of this as coming into the classroom. You would be doing practice, I would be teaching, you would be doing the practice. It would not be for a grade because it's your opportunity to practice the skill and see if you're feeling confident about it, if you're learning it. And then you want to move to this Delta Math assignment, okay? So there is some important information here about Delta Math if we haven't used it in quite a while. So just make sure you read through this um, as far as information about logging in, okay? And that is it for that particular page. We're going to now go into an activity to review. So I'm assuming you are working on this on a separate day. That's my kind of my guideline for you was to finish up area and circumference together on Wednesday, and then on Thursday do your review and your checkpoint. So you're coming back on Thursday, you're doing a Sudoku activity, which is assigned in Google Classroom. It's uploaded into Edulastic as a PDF, and directions are there for you, so make sure you're reading that. And then finally, that's kind of to wake up your brain and make sure we're getting everything on Thursday before then you take a 12 question quiz. Okay, so note that you do have 30 minutes once you start. It's 12 questions. Make sure you've got your calculator ready and your equations. Make sure you've written those down on paper before you start so that you can refer back to them throughout this quiz. Okay, and that is it for circles. And then we're going to wrap up the week with assessment 9. So just like you have been doing, you're going to log into assessments and you're going to complete assessment 9. Okay. If you have questions, message me. I hope to see you at our virtual class on Monday morning. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week.